This year was the first year that, upon looking at the pictures, last year actually was bad, but this year it kind of cemented that my love affair with spandex outfits is my relationship with spandex outfits is pretty much over. Okay, welcome back to another sit down stand up. I am Chris, FWB Podcast, and Bonafide or Bogus, all sorts of other crap on this channel. This is going to be interesting because when I'm recording this, my screen is actually upside down. So when I'm looking at myself, I'm hanging upside down like a bat. So we'll see how this turns out. So hopefully you won't even be able to notice. You won't even know when this gets done. I'm also sitting down. We're going to see how this crops. I don't know. This thing is all different, all new. So here we go. Um, Last weekend, I had the joy of and the honor of going and being a part of an event for CASA of Lexington. And if you're unfamiliar with CASA, CASA, it stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. There's a cat that just ran by. See, if you watch Bonafide or Bogus, you know the cats frequently. You're going to see one here in a second, I think. She's green screened out right now, but you're going to see her. There she is. There's a weird disembodied cat head. Okay, we're just going to have a cat here sitting on my lap. So, Court Appointed Special Advocates, and it is for children in the court system, and it's someone basically like to be on their side, advocate for them, and so every year they do. There are CASA branches all over, and they all over the country, and they do different fundraisers, and they support all the children that they can, and so every year the CASA in Lexington they have a like a celebratory ball at the to celebrate their fundraising and all of that, all their success. So every year their theme is superheroes because they say that they are superheroes and heroes for these children, and I completely agree. It's a fantastic cause. It's a fantastic organization. Salem agrees. And so every year there's a group of people that get to be superheroes at this event. And every year, because of my body type, which is body shape of coat rack, yes, I am nominated to be Spider Man. And so this year was the first year that, upon looking at the pictures, last year actually was bad, but this year it kind of cemented that my love affair with spandex outfits is my relationship with spandex outfits is pretty much over by Salem, and I say that because looking at myself, my body in those photos, it was definitely very unsuper. So it's uh, Spider-Man is a rough superhero to dress as because the costume hides nothing. It is very unforgiving when it comes to what you how confident you feel inside of that outfit. So looking back at the pictures, I said I looked like one of two things: either the Grinch, if you are familiar with the what I like to refer to as the Grinch body, which is like stomach and then legs underneath it, or a lowercase b with legs. And so if you look at the photos, I got to see a couple of photos from the event, and I'm always either like straight on or have my hands like kind of covering whatever. Because like with a t-shirt like here, does not look that bad. But when standing straight up in spandex, not fun. or not necessarily fun to look at. So I decided that I have retired the Spider-Man um, adventure in my life until I feel better about the way that I look in it, and it's kind of forced me to look at like my uh, health and how I eat, and working remotely, working from home. You get less activity. You have to go out and make yourself do things. It's not like a job where working retail or working like a customer facing job where you're moving all the time, or like you're moving boxes or you're doing whatever. And so it is absolutely making me rethink my health. I've always had a high metabolism, like by default. So not having a metabolism that has changed now that I have turned 40 this year, it's been a little eye opening, especially when someone asks you to dress as Spider Man. So I'm starting to look at superheroes that wear hoodies, or superheroes that have slightly baggier outfits. So if you know of a superhero that is their costume is a bit more forgiving, let me know, because that's the superhero I want to be. So the one nice thing about it, though, is with Spider-Man, you have a mask, so no one can see who you are. So once you leave, you're done, and you take your mask off, and you could be anybody, and nobody really knows who you are, except for that time, because it's a very, like, it's their celebratory like dinner event, so like everybody's in like really nice dresses and really nice suits and stuff, and then there's me, who's basically dressed like this, because that's what I wear before I go and change into Spider-Man. So it's sticking out like a sore thumb no matter what I'm wearing at an event like that. So it was great to be a part of. It was fun to be able to sit there and be Spider-Man for a little bit, do some of those numbers, which upside down looks even weirder. But yeah, I just tell everybody, like, it's fine. This is going to be great. Just don't send me any pictures from it where I'm in them, because I don't want to see them. So it's, as we get older, I think we kind of realize that we're not. Some of us were never made for spandex to start with, and then some of us that are, you realize as you get a little bit older and a little bit older that maybe your time with spandex is over. And I have gotten to that point. I have gotten to where in my life spandex and I are no longer friends. So for the time being, until I make use of this treadmill that's over here. It's that's just how it is, and it's also super nice when you're kind of having those feelings, and you walk in and you say, I'm looking for the dressing room for where the costumed people change, and they say, oh yeah, like what superhero are you? And you say Spider-Man, and they go, oh, good, because we're Spider-Man themed, where we have cookies, and all the graphics and everything are designed around Spider-Man, so that every single person is going to want to take a picture with you. So you're going to be in a lot of pictures. So it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure right in this area, right in the tummy, because when you turn to the side and you look like a lowercase b with legs that you don't want to know that people have those comments of, oh, like, why did Spider-Man stop and get donuts on the way? Like, doesn't Spider-Man know what a sit-up is? So it is what it is. You do some of that stuff, and you look for superheroes that are a little bit bigger than you try and match your body shape. So I guess Spider-Man off of my list, and I have room for another one. So um, we'll see what happens. We'll see on the next one if uh, I decide to be a different character. So for now, Spider-Man is officially retired in my costume closet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next year. I might have to revisit this next year and say, I know I said that I was retired, with it, but went back and did it again. But as long as we're hanging around here, I don't think so. So you can hear a full recap of that event, getting there, driving, all that stuff, what the Buc-ee's in that town smelled like, all of that on the FWB podcast episode that went up on the first week of August. Actually went up earlier this week. Went up. This is airing Friday, so it actually went live 2 days ago on Wednesday. So make sure to check that out. You can hear the entire story, and I will not be sharing any pictures with that, but you can listen to all of that plus more on the FWB podcast. You can check me out on Bonafide or Bogus, and every 4-ish weeks on here. So thanks for listening. This has been another sit-down stand-up, not super stand-up-y. I promise next time I'm going to have more jokes and not just being about me having a gut. So I will see you next time. I am Chris. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and all of that, so that we can continue to march towards 50,000 and beyond. So until next time, at the time of this recording, Dick Cheney's alive.